Hello, hello, and good morning. It is about 9:30, and honestly, within the next 3 days, I have very long shifts. I have a 9-hour, an 8-hour, and a 7-hour, all in a row, all closings, which means I'm going to be there from at my job from 12 to 9, 1 to 9, and 2 to 9. Which doesn't really give me a lot of crafting time. And Sunday, I'm also going to be at church during the morning. So that basically nulls Sunday. But I, in the background, have been working on these granny squares so that I can turn them into Kindle cases. I will throw up my inspiration right here. I think this was the original version that I saw in my Pinterest Picks My Patterns. And I definitely want to still make them. So I'm just working on some multicolors and just pretty passively. It's probably going to be just a lot of B-roll today and talking. But yeah, I don't have a lot of time to crochet. So we are just going to make the best out of what we can. And then hopefully by the end of it, we actually have some finished projects that we can show off, because I have buttons to go with them, like buttons that I bought intending to turn them into Kindle case buttons. And I'm just hoping that I actually get to finish things, be able to show them off, maybe throw something up on the Etsy, just because the eggs that we did in my last episode, I want to make sure that I get like more colors and enough of an inventory before I put them up, just because they are relatively quick. But yeah, I'm going to put my phone down and work on that. Hello, we are currently on the couch so that I can have this all laid out. So yesterday I was able to finish off the first square. It was all of the retro stripe. And I definitely want to see if I can maybe do a white trim on this. But when I bring the corners in, I feel like there's extra wiggle room that I don't know if I want. So I might take off this last row and see how it fits, just like that, where it's one row less. So that way I can bring that up, because that's a lot of extra room. But it is definitely starting to come out like I was hoping. And then this top piece would come down. The button would be around here. I also wanted to see if I could do a white trim around and have that be like the accent color. But I definitely like how this came out, and this gradient was really cool too. So it's just a matter of figuring out just how long I want the squares to be, because I am also working on the camo one right now. So It all depends on how long these guys wind up being. It's a 5mm hook with a 4-weight yarn. So I know, at least with my tension, each round winds up being about an inch. So that way it's a little bit easier to do math on stuff like this. So I only have another hour before I have to go into work, just because I got a bit of a late start today. But I'm definitely liking this more like envelope style packaging. Or not packaging, this envelope style of like seaming and folding and everything. And that way it's just a single piece on the back, but then you still get to see all of the color gradients as well. All right, let's get back to this. And I know I at least have one more that I want to work on. I don't know if I'm going to be able to finish it in time, but I definitely want to see if I can do more of these guys where it's like one big square that gets turned into like Kindle cases and stuff like that. Good morning. It is about 9 o'clock on Monday. This past weekend was so long and I literally got like nothing done. So as we left off, we have the rainbow granny square done. I was able to take the row back and it lands perfectly. So it turns out my magic number is 10. And then I also have this off-white cream yarn that I'm going to pair it with. I still don't know exactly how we are going to seam this up, but this is the color combination. I also have the camo yarn that I was working on, but this is just turning into a little bit of a mess. But I like how the colors are starting to come out. And I'm going to have that one paired with a brown. And then we also have, I'm like 95% sure this is either Yarn Inspirations or Red Heart, but it's like this purple galaxy yarn. And I love when they do like this blue, pink, purple color blend kind of things. And we're going to be pairing it with this dark purple. Oh, there was something else. Yes, I have these little heart-shaped or heart wood buttons that I was going to pair them with. I got them at Hobby Lobby last time I was there because they were on sale. The only problem is the only embroidery hooks that I have right now I know are going to be too big for the buttonholes. So I think I'm just going to have to make the actual Kindle cases and save the buttons until I can get to a yarn store or craft store or something. Also, I'm fully aware that this video is supposed to be going out in like 3 hours. It's probably not. And I know that the next like 8 weeks are going to be super busy as we are finishing off the semester. So I'm not going to hold myself to any strict schedules. Like I know I was trying to do Wednesday and Sunday and Wednesday and Sunday. We're not going to be doing strict schedules, at least until after we graduate, just because I know that the schedule is only going to be getting busier. And I don't want to have to be stressing myself out with more than I need. I definitely will be working on stuff in the background as well. And I'm definitely going to be continuing to post videos and everything. It's just, I don't know consistently when they're going to be coming out. Definitely at least once a week if I'm able to, twice a week. But I'm not going to be like rushing myself or trying to stress myself out with deadlines and stuff like that, because I have higher priority deadlines like my assignments and midterms and finals and final projects and everything. So it's my final semester. I just gotta knock it out. 8 more weeks and we are done. And I will definitely be posting some more updates when these are done. I think I might also have one more multicolored yarn I wanted to use. I'll have to double check, see if I can find it, because I may have put it in a bag and I don't know where that bag is. Story of my life. but we will be fine. So these are going to be my project until I get to school. I might update before I get to school. I might update at school, but we will see. So I'll see you in a bit. So we are at school. I still have no idea where my sewing needles are, but it's okay because I know how to sew with a crochet hook. So now that I know that this actually will still fit my Kindle, I wanted to test out different ways of seaming up the edge with my hook and not a needle. So I wanted to do a couple stitches of, this will focus, there we go, slip stitch, single crochet, and half double crochet, so that I would be able to go up, over, and then back around all in one go without having to cut and restart. And I definitely, now that I'm seeing it from top down, I definitely think that I like the half double the best, just because it's, I feel like even though it's like the thickest stitch, it's definitely like the best view from all the way around. Like the slip stitch is probably your closest to an actual sewing stitch, but from the top it kind of looks kind of funky. But the good thing is, once I find all my sewing needles, I'll be able to weave in the ends properly, and I believe the button will land around somewhere here, and I'll be able to include the loop up here when I do my edge trim. So we're just gonna be working on this. I still have the other colors to work on as well, but hopefully this shouldn't take me too long and I'll be able to finish out these guys by the end of the night and be able to show you. It all completely depends on how much I'm paying attention and how long I actually get to work on these. But hopefully I will be able to show you like pretty soon, hopefully within the next clip. And yeah, I'm gonna get back to working on this. So we are about 99% done with the Kindle cases, but they're as close as I'm going to get without my sewing needles. We now officially have the retro stripe rainbow one. I just have the tail from the trim and then the centerpiece to weave in, but it is going to look so cool once it's done with the button down here and the square in the back, and then also the galaxy one with the dark trim. I definitely think that going darker with this one was a smarter idea, and I'm gonna try my best to find more of it because this is all that I have left, and this is probably one of my favorite colorways, and I'm going to be so disappointed if I can't find it. And this is all I have left, but this came out looking so cool and I'm very happy with it. These are probably going to go up once I can find the button, once I can put the buttons on and like properly finish everything. But as of right now, these are done. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. This is all I have for today. And I will see you guys later this week. Bye.